morning and welcome to another day of Coffee and Makeup with Crystal. Cheers. Now I have already primed and put on my SPF by Huda Beauty. The Dream Beam Comfy Smooth Sunscreen, Broad Spectrum SPF 40. It's a mineral SPF, which is what I like the most. Has hyaluronic acid, peptides, ceramides. Just my tried and true. I love this so much. And I also have already gone in and did my color correcting with the Pixie by Petra Brightening in Peach. We're going to use the Huda Beauty palette in Ice Nude. And we're just going to do like a cool natural look today. Beautiful. Beautiful palette. We're going to go in with Lavish. Okay, now that Lavish is on, I'm going to go into my crease with She Rich. It's not just She Rich, She Rich. So it's been a few days since I recorded. I recorded last Monday and last Wednesday. My goal is to eventually record and post Monday through Friday. It's going to take some time to get there. I am going to go in with, I want to use one of these glitters. And I think I want to use VVS. Super sparkly. So I'm just going to put a light base down. Yeah, I'm going to use High Life as a light base. And then I'm going to take my finger and get that VVS color. It's like a chunky yet soft glitter. So there's going to be some fallout. We'll clean that up in a minute. And I have this tool that is really awesome for, it's from Smashbox. It's really awesome for getting like those wet glitters in the corner where it's hard to reach, especially if you have fingernails. Okay. A little bit of a mess right now. Like I said, we're going to clean that up. I'm going to go back in with She Rich. Dior. My baby is in here making lots of noise. She has to be with me at all times because if not, she likes to eat walls. She's still in that puppy stage. Dior, go lay down. Okay, so we have that blended out. Now, I do want to smudge a color underneath and kind of give it that smoky look. I'm probably going to go with Fox Fur. I might even take She Rich again, but let's clean up real quick. I'm just going to take a clean brush and get some of that off. The foundation will cover it as soon as we go in with that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna take She Rich. I like the coolness of that color. And this is just a tiny little brush. I don't know if you can see how pointy it is. And I use that to smudge it in. Right on the lash line. So yeah, my goal is to record every day and post every day. But it's definitely going to take some time to get there, and I'm okay with that. I understand that. Plus, my editing skills are still being worked on. I've, to date, as of this recording, have edited one video, and it wasn't the easiest task. And I'm pretty computer savvy. I'm pretty tech savvy. But it was a whole new ball game for me. Okay, so we have our eyeshadow on. And next we are going to go in. Oh, the baby, she's finally laying down in her bed. Next we're going to go in with our foundation. I mentioned last time that I'm still using tinted moisturizers. And I'm still trying to finish up this Pearlie's BB cream. Which a BB cream is a little bit thicker than a tinted moisturizer, but pretty much does the same thing. See, I'm almost at the end of it. Trying to get the last bit out of it. So I always like to put my foundation of whatever sort onto a palette and then work from it. Okay. So remember, my eyebrows are tattooed on, so I always have to go over them towards the end because when I put my foundation on, it kind of covers up the tattoo. I have very little hair, sparse, like right there, right there, a few little hairs. It's just how I was made. It's been like that my whole life. And with that, I believe in transparency. So, in the beauty world, you never know really what you're looking at, do you? Because everything is filtered and not just filtered, but, you know, just so much is getting done. You never know what's real. I mean, it's kind of crazy in this world. But with that said, I am almost 40 years old. I will be 40 this July. I do get a little bit of touch up. I started about a year ago. I get a little bit of Botox right here and a little bit here, just enough to help with how my makeup laid. My makeup used to lay in my 11s, and I have some really strong, because I'm very expressive. I don't get anything done under my eyes. I do get a little bit here to tighten up. And I do get a tad bit of lip filler every couple of months after it dissolves. She uses a very, I want to say it's just hyaluronic acid, but it dissolves naturally every like 3 to 6 months. And then, so I just go in for a touch up. I have extremely thin upper lip. So for the longest time, I was honestly insecure about it. It just didn't feel proportionate to my face. So we're going to go in with the Danessa Meyer's Yummy Burn Blom. Okay, just gonna tap that on and then blend it out. Yeah, so for the longest time, I was not a fan of my little upper lip that basically disappeared anytime I smiled. So for years, I wanted to try out filler, but I was super scared because you see such horror stories and pictures of like how it's gone wrong. So I did a lot of research. I know there is a certain type of filler that does not dissolve naturally and you have to have it dissolved. I refused to use that kind. It just was too nerve-wracking for me. I'll have to ask when I go back what she uses, but I do believe it's hyaluronic acid is what's in the main ingredient. But mine does naturally dissolve. Like if I decided to never go back, they would go back to their original size, and that would be that. And eventually, when I'm much older, I probably will. But right now, it makes me feel better. So I'm okay with that. And everybody should be okay with what they want to do to themselves. We're not out here to judge others. We're not out here to put other women down. We should be building each other up. We really should. There's, I always feel like there's been a fight, like woman against woman, when we really should just be boosting each other up and loving each other and so happy for each other's successes. I'm not big on history, but, you know, we fought enough to get our rights. those before us fought enough to get rights for us, and we should definitely support each other. Okay, so the base is done, eyes are done. We are going to go in and contour. I'm going to use a smaller brush this time to lay down my contour. Oh, this is also Danessa Myricks. As this is her contour in Fair One. And as I mentioned in my first video, she is just such a fantastic makeup artist. I love her products. She's such a uplifting and wonderful human being. If you go on her Instagram, she's always posting just positive, positive, positive posts. And that's so beautiful. I don't know if I'm older, so I don't know who you are and if you're younger watching this, but I stopped watching YouTube, gosh, probably about 5 years ago. And there was this whole blow up in the community. And if you were around to see that, it was toxic overload. Just a lot of things were brought to light, and it was really ugly. So I stopped watching altogether and just decided that I would focus on myself and not open a YouTube channel, not start a YouTube channel. Because I was like, well, who would really want to get into the community at this point in time? Nobody's going to want to watch. And like I mentioned in my intro video, I wasn't ready mentally for it. I had a lot of work to do. And I did that work. So here I am. Okay, contour is on. Let's blend it out. I went a lot lighter with my contour this time. I'm sure you can tell. Just trying different things. I've been doing my makeup. It's funny because I started doing makeup when I was young and I absolutely loved makeup. And then I got to a point where I never wore makeup when I was in the Army. I served in the Army for about close to 8 years. Just gonna go back in a little bit more on the left side. Okay, so I served for about 8 years and I never wore makeup. It was always barefaced, sunscreen. And then I got out. Actually, it was right before I got out. I knew I was getting out, and for some reason, I started wearing makeup again, and I had to learn the process all over. And so then I started really getting into beauty and YouTube, and then I went to cosmetology school. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get licensed as a cosmetologist and I'm going to be a makeup artist. I had no interest in hair, but it's part of cosmetology school. So I was like, well, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll like it. I did not like it. Did not like doing women's hair at all. But we had a few guys that periodically would come in. And when they would come in, go? When they would come in, a lot of the younger girls were a little nervous to do men's hair, so I would do it. And I found out that I love doing men's hair, so I went to barber school. I am a lifelong learner. I love learning. So yeah, I went to barber school and got my license as a barber as well. I don't know where my nose brush is for my contour. Did I use a blend out? I washed my brushes last night. Like a thorough double cleanse. I use Cinema Secrets. They're it's a big blue bottle, but I use their formula to clean my brushes weekly, but like once a month I will gather all my brushes together. I have a lot of brushes, and I will clean them with Dawn dish soap. Dawn cuts through the oils. It gets the colors out of my brushes mostly. And it's just a nice cleanse, and then I let them dry overnight, and then we're ready to rock and roll in the morning. Okay. I have a new concealer coming. This is the Tarte C. I don't even know if they still make this. It's practically brand new to me. It doesn't say. It's the Tarte C concealer. It's in 12B Fair Beige. This one has a huge doe foot. I don't really like it, so I usually just take it out and take my brush and just put a little bit. You see, a little bit goes a long way. That doe foot is just way too big for a concealer, in my opinion. It's like you're trying to conceal all your dark secrets. I did move my room around so that you have a brighter background now to look at. I also moved my camera and played with that a little bit, so hopefully when I'm going in, I'm not going in too far and you can still see me. We're gonna bronze. I'm still using the Dior Forever Natural Bronze Powder. I use it in tan bronze. And we're going to use a Sigma brush. This is their powder sculpt brush. I love this brush. I decided to use it in my second video, and it just worked so much better. Okay. Now we're gonna blush. Do I want a cream? Do I want, you know what? I'm gonna use, so this is another Danessa Meyers product. This is her Vision Flush. I have a couple of them. This one is in the color Nutcracker. What I love about these is you can use these on lip, cheek, and eye. So you can use as your blush, you can use as your lipstick, you can even use as your eyeshadow. And it blends out super nicely. Like if you want to do a monochromatic look, which I'm going to do in the next couple of days with one to show you. It's just, it really is beautiful how it works. So I'm going to use my palette first. We're going to put this on my palette. It is a brown color. I might actually use it for my lips too. Haven't decided. And you see how it blends out and just gives like a flushed look. I'm telling you, her products are just chef's kiss. Not sponsored. Way too early in the game to be sponsored. I just really love her products. I met her a long time ago. Sorry about that. I met her a long time ago at a makeup show. Before she had her makeup line, when she was just a makeup artist. And just seriously, sweetest. So just authentic. Okay, we are going to, when I find my brush. See, that's the thing about washing brushes. Then I put them back in, sometimes I put my face brushes with my eye brushes, my little ones. I get confused. I bet I'm going to find that contour brush for my nose in my eye brushes. This is the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Instant Wrinkle Blurring Press Powder in translucent, right? Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go in for the brows. There's the little bit of hairs I have being brushed up. My daughter has like these just luscious brows and eyelashes. And I'm like, you did not get those from me. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in Ash Brown. And what I do is I just outline and lightly fill in. Not heavily. And then I'm going to take, when I'm done, this Makeup Forever Aqua Resist brow fixer. I'm going to smudge it in. So it's Monday. Are y'all ready to rock and roll? If not, that is totally okay. I can't tell you how many times I've woken up on a Monday and went, ugh, it's Monday. I do love my job, and I love the people I work with, so I don't mind going into work, but I love makeup more. I need you guys to give me some ideas of what you want to see. If you want to see how I put false lashes on, just a short video on that. If you want I don't know, monochromatic looks, I can do that. Just leave a comment. Let me know what you're into. As I grow, I will have a little crystal ball per se, since I'm crystal, and I'll put the ideas, on like a little sheet of paper and just reach in at the end of the video and decide what we're going to do next based off of y'all's ideas. For now, I'm just doing get ready with me and talking to you like you are my best friend, because you guys are. You're my best friend now. Made me think of that song. Okay, now we are going to curl our eyelashes. We're going to do top and bottom mascara, and then I will apply my false lashes. I still haven't decided if I'm going to go with the Vision Flush or if I'm going to go with this Estee Lauder lipstick. It's very moisturizing, which is something that I'm kind of going for right now because my skin, as you get older, it just dries. And it's the winter time here. It's starting to warm up. It was like in the 80s all last week, 70s and 80s. Now, today is supposed to be like a high of 61, so it's still really nice. Okay. The Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara gives length and volume. I'm not sure what the claims are, but for me, it gives length and volume. This is my tried and true mascara. If I'm ever going to go out without false lashes, it'll be with this mascara on. I tried different ones. If there's a product that you would like me to try, let me know. I do get up at 3:30 in the morning to record. I start putting my makeup on around 4 a.m. So if you need any long wear tests, I'm your girl. I don't take my makeup off until about 5 or 6 p.m. So you're getting a good 12 to 14 hours of wear test. I don't know if y'all know this trick. I'm sure you do by now. But if you get a little mascara on you, wait till it dries and then take a spoolie and brush it off. This is the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. It's a tubing mascara. I like this one for the bottom because if I have a day where I am a waterworks for some reason, which honestly my eyes water a lot, but say I'm having a bad emotional day and it's not completely waterproof, but I've never looked like a raccoon after crying my eyes out with this. So I continue to repurchase. And nobody really makes bottom lash mascaras anymore. I like those a lot better than having a big old brush that you're trying to get on your bottom lash and not make a mess. Okay. This is our last step before we apply mascara. Before we apply lipstick. Now I just washed these really well. Like 2 days ago. I didn't wear lashes yesterday for the first time in Lord knows how long. So I just curl it back and forth like this to give it that arched look so that it applies easier on the eye. I apply a thin strip. Of lash glue, which I use the green Duo lash glue. Okay, remember we want it tacky, not wet, not dry. Don't blow on them, that's not hygienic. My baby is sleeping. She's being a good girl for once. Okay, now let me put my zoom mirror in. I place it in the center. And then I lock in the sides. Okay, now we're gonna let that dry before we fuse it together. We're gonna work on the left eye. Same thing, I'm gonna roll it so it gives it some shape. Apply the glue. We will let it dry for a second. And then we apply. And dry that off. I have some brushes I need to send my sister today. She reached out to me She is not a makeup girl like I am. She always cracks me up when she applies her makeup when she visits. And she knows she cracks me up. So as she's applying, she's like giggling the whole time. Because I'm just kind of cringing at how she does everything. But makeup is art. And like I've said before, we all have our different ways of doing stuff. Okay, we're just going to fuse. We're going to use this tool to fuse them together. This just crimps them together with your natural lash. There we go. Okay, lashes are on, they are fused. We are good to go in that world. I think I'm gonna go with the Vision Flush for my lip because the Estee Lauder one, as much as I love it, but we're gonna use a lip brush. Pardon me while I'm off camera, grabbing a lip brush. Okay, so okay. And I'm not feeling this color for this eye look. I was thinking it was going to be more cool toned on my lips, but it's not. No problem. That's why I keep a napkin close by. And we're going to go back to that Estee Lauder. Yeah. I feel like that blends more with the eye color. Yeah, I do like that better. I'm gonna try to keep my videos as raw as possible for you guys. Like I said earlier, I know in the makeup world and the beauty world that it's really hard to see. I have not applied any filters to my videos, and I'm hoping to keep it that way. I don't see why anything would need to be added, but as you grow and you learn new tips and tricks on how to make your videos better, maybe there's something I need to learn then. So let's do some setting spray real quick. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Weightless Setting Spray. Okay, And that is all for today. I hope you have a great Monday and a great rest of the week. I will be back in here Wednesday to record, and hopefully we'll be dropping my next video on Tuesday at 8 a.m. Cheers.